Hello, everyone. Social media has become such a powerful vehicle in the dissemination of information, news, opinions, and political views. I have found it to be a very useful tool in my campaign. I love interacting with people from Florida and around the world. Looking through my Twitter feed, I see people share a lot of the same common issues. So I wanted to focus on the 5 biggest and most common subjects that come up in my Twitterverse. COVID has been the focus of the news cycle since 2020. With Florida being one of the epicenters of the pandemic, it is important to address the vaccination of Floridians and masking up. Florida is 17th among all states having delivered at least one dose of the vaccine to its residents. Vaccinations have been proven to decrease the positivity rate. Also, it decreases the severity of those who do end up with a positive result from the new Delta variant. Research shows that unvaccinated people are 11 times more likely to die of COVID-19. Coupled with getting the vaccine, masking up is an important practice to keep yourself safe when out in public and especially when indoors. Finally, we need to stop listening to the misinformation and start following the history, the math, and the science so that we can end this viral nightmare and get back to normal. Another very important issue that I think has been in need of a voice is the issue of civil rights for African Americans and people of color. Despite our progress, there are still many more stumbling blocks that African Americans and communities of color are faced with each and every day. One does not have to look too far to see the bitter and harsh realities that stain the fabric of our nation. Take a deep look at the tragic events involving Trayvon Martin, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and many others who have been systematically victimized by corrupt police officers, domestic terrorists, and those who harbor implicit bias. African American families have a median household income of around $40,000, as opposed to that of white families who have an average household income of $70,000. There are many other issues in the Black community that need to be addressed, and these issues demand comprehensive policies that will have direct positive impact for our community. We have suffered for far too long. Women's rights is another huge issue. I've been discussing the Texas anti-women's rights law with people on Twitter, Facebook, virtual town halls, and people in the community from around the state of Florida. This issue has been the point of debate across the entire nation. I believe that this issue is one of the most dynamic issues and complex medical issues of all. I believe it's a woman's right to choose, whether it's a case of rape, incest, age, or mental and/or financial stability. Another very important issue that women face in the workplace is workplace inequality. According to the U.S. Department of Labor, women's yearly salaries are 82% of a man's salary. According to a recent U.S. census, Black women are making 63% of what non-Hispanic white men are paid. Women are just as qualified, just as smart, just as driven, and just as good as any man, if not better. I feel very strongly about women's rights, and it will be a big focus in my first couple of months in the United States Senate. I am the only senatorial candidate in the country with a plan to go after employers for violations of the 1963 Equal Pay Act, and I will force them to give back pay to women for every violation. The environment is a very important subject, one that many people continue to raise concern over. My vision for America is a place that leads the world on environmental sustainability, carbon footprint reduction, clean air, and fresh water. We are destroying our ecosystem. It is up to us to vote in public officials who believe in tighter environmental regulations. We need to invest in renewable energy that will help curb the global carbon footprint and leave a better environment for generations to come. Lastly, I want to raise awareness on the issues of Veterans Affairs. Taking care of our veterans is a very important issue to me. I have done town halls and I've hosted many discussions online about this issue. I have talked to so many brave men and women who have sacrificed so much for us. The very least that we can do is take care of their physical and mental health needs. We must tackle the veteran suicide issue in America. Between 18 to 22 military veterans die by suicide each and every day. We can no longer afford to keep overlooking our brave veterans because they didn't forget us when they chose to defend our country. Again, social media is a useful and powerful portal, not only as a tool for my campaign, but it serves as a gateway to reach out and help those in need, address concerns from people, help find answers to important questions involving the important issues, and communicate openly with people from all walks of life. You can always reach out to me and I will respond. I am not just a candidate, but I am also a fellow American looking to serve. I'm Alan Ellison, running for the United States Senate, and I am looking to be your voice because I know that it's been a very long time since someone has actually cared about what keeps you up at night. Thank you.